All right. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of my most interesting things. I really like working in CAS. I like making CAS stuff. Um, but that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about things missing from CAS that I think they should have, because this is another rant. Woo! Well, sort of a rant. I don't know if you can really call what these are as rants. It's more me having talking points and going through them. Anyway. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I kind of want to make a family of vampires, but we'll add the vampire aspect later.
Menarskal? Huh?
Interesting. One of the things I wanted to talk about was hair colors and hair dye. Now, I'm going to focus on some of the things that I really like to do, personally. We need more hair colors because, yeah, we've got all the natural hair colors, and that's great. That's awesome. That's great. That's wonderful. However, when you choose some of these, that have other colors in them, they have multiple shades of the color, and I would like to have those colors as well. Like, okay, this is not this. Okay? Give me a true purple. Give me a true yellow. Give me, various other colors like that. Let me take my character, streak their hair if I want to. Now, I don't have all of the packs or the stuff kits or anything like that. What I do have is a lot of things. And one of my main bitches is that we don't have somewhere where, we can specialize the colors. And I hate that. And this is not true white. Like, this is silver. Can we get a true white? Because, like, I have a item that I downloaded. Okay? And I hate using it. I shouldn't have to use this to make the hair color true white. And it only works on the hair. It doesn't work on these parts at all. And, like, you can change it to multiple different shades, and it's a great item, and I really like using it. Thank you, Josh. Seo? Whatever. But thank you for that. I used it for making a couple of my characters and another save. But my main bitch is that we do not have, like, proper hair dyeing, hair coloring and stuff in The Sims itself. And I think it would be very interesting if you could, like, maybe, I don't know, go to a shop, get your hair streaked, highlighted, such on and so forth. Or, maybe give us more hair colors. Because this color, that's more pink than it is purple. I don't care who you are. And we have a pink. We have a blue. We have another blue. We have green. But we don't have, like, a multitude of other colors. No. You're probably sitting there going, oh, but you can go download CC. And I'm sitting here going, what if I don't want to download more CC? What if I just want it to be part of the game itself? Oh, and here's another thing. Is this supposed to be Strawberry Blonde? Because isn't Strawberry Blonde supposed to be a tad bit more red? Like, I don't understand it. Like, there's multiple shades in between, and they could create sliders for hair colors. They could do that. But they've chosen not to. And I don't know why. I was like, please, do us a favor and give us color hair slides. I would love that. Like, a lot. Ooh, I like that hairstyle. That looks nice. Don't know if I like that color, though. There we go. Same thing with facial hair. The facial hair, the eyebrows and stuff are all linked with the same colors. Like, it would be great to have all of those colors. And what would be really even more interesting is the ability to have rainbow colored hair, like actual rainbow colored hair. Because like sometimes you just want to paint your hair like a rainbow, because why not, you know? There we go. That looks nice. But yeah, I think we should have items that allow you to do that, because obviously, why not? Why don't we have that already? You know? It's very, very small. There we go. I'm like, we really need something like that. Because it would be more, you know, true to life sort of thing. And I mean, if we're going for, like, more true to life sort of things, we need to have that. We need to have that option. Because I really want that option. Okay. Now, this is going to shock you a little bit, but I do have a lot of different eye colors. Yay! Because I can. That's a CAS item that I definitely, a downloadable, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Mod item that I definitely needed, because some of these creators are really good and the eyes look more realistic, and I like that. I don't like my whole character to look more realistic, but the eyes, yes. Yes, please. Yes, please. Anyway. Let's move on to the next talking point, since we're done with his face. Huzzah. There's a section here called costumes. And you've got a bunch of standard, you know, interesting costumes that came with some of the sets and packs and stuff, and they look great. You know, they look nice. They're really interesting. This one needs more colors. Beekeeper? But there are some that I think, you know, like, we need more costumes, which I think would be cool, and like costume pieces. Like, you've got these. All these bits and bobs, and they look really cool, but like, there are other costumes that we definitely should have. Now that's a really cool looking costume. I might use that. But there are also pieces like, and I know I don't have all of them, so I know that there is a Plague Doctor mask in the Life and Death pack, and that's one of the ones that I still need to get, but that looks really neat. And I wish they had something more like an actual gas mask and various other bits and bobs, you know, because like, I really, really want, like, more stuff to dress up my character. I would really like to have, like, a Halloween sort of thing, you know? That would be really neat. I think that would be cool. But I digress. Costumes, costume pieces. Like, say you want to have, like, a particular piece from the costume. Just have it be a separate piece. Like these boots here. I would love to have just these boots. That would be really cool. I would love to have, you know, just these gloves, just a set of these gloves, or just a pair of these pants, or, you know, just this top, which, by the way, looks really cool. And it comes in what looks like 3 different colors. This should be more camouflage, in my opinion, but okay. I'm not going to ask why that's a dress. Oh, there's another piece that bothers me, and I've taken pictures of it before, but there is an accessory item that you cannot get to. There is a pair, and I don't know how, occasionally it will just show up. On one of my Sims, it will just occasionally show up. It is a pair of fingerless gloves from the base game. They look kind of like this, but they're fingerless. And they have like a little, oh, what the hell is the word I'm looking for? They're fingerless here and here, and then right in here there's an empty spot, and that's how they kind of look. And I'm like, why can't we access that normally? Why? Can we just access that normally? That would be great. Another thing I think they should add is the ability to have lab coats and trench coats as a separate layer. Because I have quite a few characters who would look really good in a trench coat, but they don't have any trench coats. I have quite a few characters that would look good in a lab coat, but they don't have lab coats. So I'm sitting here going, what the fuck? You know, because I created, in another save, I created a sim that is basically Rick from Rick and Morty, and I had to make do with what we had, and I don't remember what I ended up grabbing, but it was very similar to his normal outfit. The only problem was the lab coat like stopped like right here, and lab coats go all the way down. Now I don't know if this is something that you can add using via like special cheats or whatever, but I haven't seen it. And for some items, like there are some colors that like are in the same pack. Items that are in the same pack that do not have the same colors. And it's infuriating because I'm sitting here going, are you serious? Do you seriously not have that? Like, why not? Why do you not? Because, like, okay, like, there are some items that, like, what's the word I'm looking for? They're part of the same pack. They're part of the same outfit. But they have two totally different shades of the same color. On the same swatch, basically. It's like, okay, for example, let me see if I can find it real quick. There was a pack that came out recently. It was this one. Okay. This one has a couple of swatches, and I don't remember if it's the female or the male, but it has a couple of swatches that are similar. And I don't remember which ones they were, and it's going to drive me nuts, but more to the point, they didn't have any pants that matched. And I was really upset about that because I'm sitting here going, are you freaking kidding me? Like, are you freaking kidding me? Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, see? That doesn't match at all. It's the same swatch. You can see it right there. It's the same swatch color, right? But it doesn't match at all. Okay. Same swatch color. Matches. Perfect. Wonderful. Amazing. Same swatch color. Doesn't match. And there's only 3 pairs of pants. Compared to the how many shirts? 5? Hollow. And if you look, none of the other ones have that same swatch as these pants. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? This is just an example of one kit and how inconsistent it is. Like, why? Why would you do that to us? And it's not just with that kit, it's with other ones too. I'm so frustrated with some of the CAS items, honestly. I do like that they added something from Me Undies. That was really cool. That was really nice. Yeah. I wish they had a few more different swatches, honestly. Not just the plain colors, but more like fun swatches like this of varying different things, because as much as I love these, I would like to see more colorful swatches like pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns or, you know, various other things. And speaking of which, you know, they have holidays and they have the kit that the kit that came with the pumpkin carving thing, and yet they don't have a holiday for Halloween. And I know you can add your own, but like, I don't think by making your own there's any activities that would allow you to act like it is Halloween, and I think that would be really cool. And maybe they did. Maybe they added some stuff like that in some of the kits, some of the packs that I don't have, because I don't have all the packs. I'm not going to lie. I am complaining based on what I have and what I think should be in base game or various other packs, you know. But I do think it's important to listen to the people who are actually playing the game. And I know not a lot of places do that. But I do think it's important to listen to the people who play the game, because the people who play the game are the ones who are going to basically be your target audience, right? They're going to be your target audience. So, like, why would you not listen to them? I mean, if they're complaining, listening is usually a good idea. Oh, that's cute. I might have to use that on a different sim. That's not for him. But yeah, I think it's important to listen to the people who, you know, are buying your game. They're you know, they're your target audience. Why would you not listen to them? Like, please listen to the people who are buying your game stuff, you know? Please. Alright. Enough of my nonsense. I'm going to stop the video, go ahead and finish up making this family that I'm going to put in that house that I made. Yes, I'm making a family for that house. Yeah. It's going to be a couple with 2 kids. So, wish me luck. Alright. We're going to go ahead and end this recording. Let's see. But yeah, I think just a quick overview of what I went over. Hair dye and colors need to be added, because being able to dye your hair, being able to change it, having multiple colors in your hair, being able to choose them would be nice, especially. Rather than just, oh, this is the set color and this is what you get. That's kind of annoying. More costumes and costume pieces, Halloween stuff, you know. Lab coats and trench coats as a separate layer. Like their own layer. And match the colors of your swatches on your games, because like, you have people that, you know, are set to make these things. Why can't they cooperate and just make it like match? Please. Anyway, enough of my blathering. Bye.